How's it? Welcome back. So I had a question come in wanting to know how to maintain your lucidity or your conscious awareness when you're in the hypnagogic state, which is basically stage 1 of sleep stuff where mental thoughts and images get a lot more visual. It's also often referred to as the liminal dreaming state. And so for the person who asked this, I'm kind of just assuming you're getting to the later stages of hypnagogia where you're essentially seeing like a full-on moving image. And the kind of big difference between a liminal dream versus a REM style dream is for this liminal dream stuff, it's a lot more like you're watching it, kind of like you're watching a TV screen versus you being in it in the first person like you are in waking life and like you are in REM style dreams. If you're not at that full-on point yet and you're still in the early stages of it where, initially the hypnagogic state will start off as like a flash of light, or maybe you'll see like a center point behind your closed eyes, or maybe see like a starry night sky, but not like an actual full-on image, right? If that is where you are at, then just simply, keep your attention on it. The way I like to keep my lucidity intact is I kind of narrate it in the back of my head, what it is I'm seeing and where I'm at, essentially as if I'm going to dream journal it later and kind of note down what's happening. Which is exactly how I stumbled into this approach because, I'd be trying to keep track of what I'm witnessing in this state to come and make videos on essentially, but also just dream journal. So that's how I like to keep my conscious awareness intact. And actually, that is my main approach for the whole damn thing, to be honest. But if you're in the early stages, you're not seeing a full-on image, just kind of try to keep it there, keep narrating in your head what you're seeing. It will oftentimes, when you first get to this state, you'll kind of see something, and then it will black out. You'll kind of wake up too much, then it will come back and then disappear, and you go back and forth. But then eventually, you'll start to see like an actual flash of like an image, right? Normally like a still image, not a moving picture yet. Or if it is moving, it'll be like a very short moving scene and then it will blank out. So, you watch that progress from the starry night sky or whatever into a flash of an image. Keep narrating what it is you're seeing, trying to stay calm and relaxed and fall deeper into sleep. And then that image will progress into, that picture will progress into like a moving image, essentially like you're watching a movie. Sometimes it will be in like a small part of your hypnagogic or a small part of your image behind your closed eyes, and eventually it builds out to where it's basically like a huge, gigantic movie screen and it's taking up basically like everything you can see. And yeah, that is it. Just simply narrate in your head what you're seeing, what you're witnessing. Try to keep that one-step removal from it. The thing you're trying to avoid is getting so wrapped up into the narrative of what you're seeing and witnessing that you fall completely into it, lose that one-step removal from it, lose your lucidity, get wrapped up in it like we typically do, and then you fall asleep unconscious like normal. And then one of the cool things about this is if you are lucky enough to transition from this state directly into REM, which typically won't happen when you first go to sleep at nighttime, right? That's why you got to combine this with wake back to bed a lot. Also can work pretty good for naps, though I find a decent amount of the time when I'm taking a nap, I'll go straight from this early stage of sleep directly into REM, unlike most of us for our circadian rhythm when we're going to sleep at night. Normally, for the first few sleep cycles, you'll go from this light stage of sleep into stage 3, 4 deep sleep stuff, to where apparently some people are able to keep their conscious awareness intact through that state. I am not able to do that. I've had little glimpses at it where maybe I was doing it, but I don't know. I've also heard that, when that does happen, it's like approaching sleep yoga stuff versus dream yoga stuff. And it's supposed to be a mind-blowing enough experience that you should know it when it happens. And I've always been kind of questioning it if I actually did that or not. So that might just be my own doubt, mind fucking myself. But anyway, that is my main approach. Narrate in your head what you're seeing, what you're witnessing, as if you want to journal it later. And hope that works for you. Let me know if not. I can try to think up other ways I kind of approach it, but for starters, at least, that is my main approach. So thanks for the question, and until the next video, keep your hypnagogic meditation, liminal dreaming, lucid dreaming meditation practices legit.